Welcome to the Dishy Dads, the podcast where culinary creativity meets captivating conversations. Stay tuned for delicious recipes, juicy stories, and inspiring guests. All served up just for you. We're off, mate. We're back. Episode 4.
Episode 4.
We made it.
That's it. So now we're in the top 5%.
Top 5%, mate. Yeah. Well, actually, I used AI I use AI for everything now, and I confirmed it. And I went, if you've done 4 episodes, are you in the top 5%? And it said some people say this, and if you go on Twitter, X, there's quite a few people claiming that the top 5. That if you've done more than 4 episodes, you're in the top 5%. But it says more like the top 40%. But then it questioned it. It said both. So yeah,
we've made it.
We'll take it.
We've done it. Don't like to brag. Just our crew. We've made it into the top 5%.
I heard that.
Yeah,
I know.
We're a big deal.
Fantastic.
Regular.
That's Shane. He's our runner and producer. Big shout out to Shane for all the work that he does
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, yeah, great guy. Quite good at darts as well.
Just like we see it this week, make sure there's no bullshit.
Yeah.
No bloody bad language.
Yeah. No, it's good to be back. How's your week been? All right.
Yeah, it's good, mate. If I look like I've been crying, it's because I pulled a hair out of my nose on the way in. And
I was actually going to ask. I thought something.
Yeah, I know. Watery eyes.
Quite
when you get, yeah, because obviously most of the hair on my head's gone. So I was driving in, and there was like I could just see a hair on my, and I pulled it, and it must have been attached to the back of my eyeball. So I kind of whizzed round, and I started crying. Then I sneezed, and they put my back out, and I was like, fucking hell.
So before you got it, you nearly broke a leg, put your back out, and 6 headaches.
Yeah. It's like just gonna whip. Yeah, maybe eyes water. So I've not been crying, mate. As always, I'm always pretty.
Sorry, mate. You're allowed in this industry. I know we're not allowed to talk about it, but it's right to cry.
Crying at work.
You cry away, mate.
No. Sore eyes, man. I saw.
Good old days of crying in the walk-in. I've never done that.
Yeah, it's the best thing about walking, isn't it?
Do you know what? I've never cried in a walk-in, but
I've
had some moments in there.
Yeah.
With other chefs.
Yeah. What, being taken or taking them?
Both. I'll be honest, mate. Over the years, I've taken it
both ways.
I've been on the receiving end, and yeah. It's just think it's like The Office, isn't it? I think you can just get it out and deal with it.
Yeah.
Quietly.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
No. When I was head chef on the Isle of Wight, the general manager goes to the team, like comes in the kitchen, goes, "It's a lovely kitchen to work in this," because Gary never shouts, and they all kind of like put their head down. And then he went, "Why does he shout?" And then like this little Welsh lad, he goes, "He takes us to the walk-in where it's soundproof." And I went, "It's not as bad as it. It's not as bad as it sounds, but it's like."
One of my head chefs, he used to take us in the fridge for a meeting, and then he'd from nowhere pull out like a couple of pints.
Really?
Like he's already had pre-pint or like
same.
just a Jack and Coke or something, and then it'd like make us have a drink in the fridge.
But yeah, look at that.
Do I have to? It's all right.
You stand there in a change room watching you getting changed.
Literally got a bit tipsy behind the stove.
Actually, I had that. And when I worked in Australia in Sydney, so working men's club, and it was nice food. But every time we used to go and get changed, there was a gay head chef, and he'd just come and lean against the doorway and talk to us as we got changed. And like, I mean, never did anything appropriate. I just found out. Do you know what I mean? And you're like,
yeah,
just felt a bit out there, a bit odd, but yeah, lovely bloke.
Yeah,
very happy.
What? And he's a chef.
Yeah, head chef. Yeah.
In that case, that's
yeah. It was nice food. There was like little pan breaded rabbit's brains and asparagus and morel sauces.
I was just thinking I could do with some of that, to be honest.
I've not had a crispy rabbit's brain in ages. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
What did you do that with? Can you remember?
It was a little starter. Yes, it's like four bits of buttered asparagus, a little panade brain, rabbit's brain sat on top, and then like a little morel sauce going around the outside. Oh, pretty classical, very like French cookery, but. I don't know. I'm not sure about eating brains because people really don't understand how brains work. I get livers and kidneys and. Do you like offal?
Yeah.
No, you do. Yeah.
Don't mind it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a massive lover of it, but absolutely, if it was in front of me on a tasting menu or whatever.
Yeah, go for it.
No problem.
Yeah. I was in Waitrose the other day and I grabbed some duck livers. But I walked around the shop and then by the time I got the rest of the shopping, I was like, I don't fancy it now. When I walked in, I was like, I fancy like frying them off a bit of bacon and onions.
Classic. Don't make them that anymore, do they?
No.
Do you cook them like, say, pink?
Yeah.
I've had
nice.
one chef that he was the head chef, and he asked me to cook him some. So I cooked them. They're fucking pink, you idiot!
Oh, really?
Like,
Yeah.
I know. No, they should be like, it needs to be well done. And I was like, well, it's hard, isn't it? Because that's your boss. At the same time, you're like, who taught you that?
Yeah.
But
I'm sure my old head chef Ian doesn't listen to this. Lovely bloke, great at like keeping GPs like an office head chef almost.
Yeah.
But he kind of like found himself like a talented team of guys just whacking out some decent food. And I did a little quail tureen, brushed some olive oil on it, and sprinkled some sea salt on top. Came back from the restaurant, came out to pass, and I went, "There's glass on our food." So he's like, "Gary, get here! There's glass on the bloody food. It's disgusting. What are you thinking?" I'm going, "Salt, chef," and he's like, "Salt, you idiots!"
Turn the table. Yeah,
you numpties. So yeah, he was funny. He was from Yorkshire, so classically every Sunday you go, right, stand back, let me show you how to make Yorkshire puddings, and then they go sit back in the office. We'd always be like, timer goes off. Right, look at these lads. Ooh, what's going on in there? And I go, Bleeny, chef, that's the canapes tonight. And he's like, you little scumbags.
Dude, yeah, God, good old days, eh?
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it? Because you get talking, and all of a sudden, all these
memories come back.
Come back, don't they?
And
yeah. I'm just sitting there, just all these flashbacks.
I know, buried memories.
Yeah, but I think they are, though, aren't they?
They are.
You bury them, you don't think nothing of it, and then later on in life, they just come flashing back.
That's why I don't eat brains, because how do they work?
Back to that. Yeah.
How do they work? No, I know. Yeah. I was listening to that podcast Dish, like you mentioned. So since we started doing this podcast, I've been like trawling. Yeah.
Great. It's a great podcast.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, he was Nick Grimshaw, isn't it? Yeah. So he was one I was listening to the other day.
Big shout out.
Big shout out to Nick and Angela. Yeah. Nick and Ange.
And then, it sounds like they should be running the Queen Vic, shouldn't they?
I know. Down the square.
Down the square.
It was quite funny because he was talking about it because he thought custard was a thing. So he said when he did Great British Bake Off, he did that challenge where they go make custard, and he went make custard. Custard's just a thing. Cream, milk, custard. So they're taking a piss out of him, like, where do you think custard comes from? Like a cow's nipple? Do you know what I mean? A bit of ambrosia. Yeah, classic, man.
Got a tin, chef.
They do that. They cook on that show, don't they? So maybe we should start doing some food on.
We could have like a one burner. Just have a little.
Little one pot wonder.
Yeah.
That could be our segment, couldn't it? One pot wonder. If we can say it.
Yeah. One
pot wonder cook-offs. Yeah. Yeah, it's good though. But it's the sound of like. Yeah. But audio is important, isn't it? Hence, I got my microphone attached to my hat.
So Gary doesn't look like an idiot right now.
No,
you look like one.
There's like a dead gerbil trying to scramble underneath my hat. This is not a mouse. Yeah. I suffer from floppy microphone syndrome.
Sorry, Gary.
Floppy. As a middle-aged man, I got floppy microphone syndrome. So last week's episode,
we're using euphemisms.
You know, it's the first 10 minutes I had a floppy.
My mate's calling. Sorry, I won't answer.
Floppy mic. It's really in the podcast. Can I come down and talk to you on the podcast?
Yeah, that's my fault for not putting my phone on airplane mode. Idiot. What are you?
There's a guy on Joe Rogan, and he turned his phone on airplane mode, but had his watch still on. So his watch was still picking up for some reason, still picking up all the. Cheers, yeah. So he's like well embarrassed. We took it off and put it on the other side of the room, and then Joe Rogan goes, "Now you're gonna have to walk across the room and bloody turn it off every time it goes on now." So yeah, noisy, mate. Yeah. So how's your week been, mate? Anything? Football?
Oh, life, mate. No, it's all good. Obviously, been busy here. Just planning a new menu for probably in about 3 to 4 weeks' time.
Yep.
Well, I'll say finishing it. It's sort of nearly there. Just
the
time. I don't know how everyone's got their own way of designing menus. Mine, I just take notes almost throughout the year, or when I get inspired. Then all of a sudden, you get to the point where you got on just notes about 50 or 60 different,
which dishes.
Yeah, and then it's the whole just bringing it down, cutting it in, utilising the ingredients, obviously, and stuff. And so that's where I'm at now. It's just
Yeah.
Someone's got to go.
Right.
I almost feel bad. I'm like, sorry, mate, you're gone.
You're off.
Yeah.
I know. Well, when I was at the beach, South Sea Beach Cafe, we had the same thing because the three owners love them to bits, great friends. But it was like every four times a year or 3 times a year, new menu. Like, can't wait for the new menu. Really excited. What dishes you thinking? And we sit down and go, right, I'm gonna take off this.
No, you can't.
Ooh,
You can't do that.
That's a really popular dish.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take this one off then.
Yeah. Before you know it, you can change one dish.
Yeah. And we get to the end, so I went.
It's the
So
same
keep
menu,
it the same
mate.
menu. And they were like, what were you going to put on? I was like, so yeah. But if we're giving value in the podcast as business owners and business advisors, so we got the lucky issue now where we're so busy, wait time to going up for food. So now the new menu is going to have to reflect
Like,
that.
do you know what,
So
mate?
take off things that are
It's one thing
slowing
I
us down.
always say, and I have chefs come back to me later on, and they go, "I wish I would have listened."
Yeah.
Because I know chefs like to be, I can do it. You know, like they have to play the big ego card and the big, Well, I'm sitting there thinking, you're just making so much hard work for yourself there.
Yeah.
It needs to be good. It needs to be quick. And looking at some of these dishes, there's going to be hassle.
Yeah.
Obviously, I never each to their own. You do what you want. It's not, I'm not working for you, but I always plan a menu around. I always say this. So when the chefs go, come up, like when you try and get your team involved and they come up with great ideas that you just have to sort of make them understand. I always try and say to them, that's great, them 10 items. If 50 people walk through that door now, what's the wait?
Are you good to go?
Are you good to go?
Yeah.
Can you knock it out in 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Maybe generously because of brunch and how busy we are, maybe half hour on a weekend.
Yeah.
That for me is absolute top end, half hour. They're like, well, no, not 50, not 50 people coming at once. I'm like, that could happen here. We're not a restaurant. People will walk in. Well, you do get slammed.
So this is what I was talking about this week at work. I was going, obviously, Redden's like getting a wait time down was obviously a big conversation. We're at half an hour on a Sunday, on a Saturday and Sunday. So we did 250 covers in like 5 hours. You think half an hour. So I think we worked out like 30-second of plates going up on the hot plate.
Mate. You've got to be fair, mate, you've got a great kitchen.
But it's
love it. For what you are, you have got a lovely, well-equipped space.
Yeah, it's a lovely space, isn't it?
Air
conditioned.
Good.
Yeah.
You're using it good.
Yeah.
So I've seen kitchens and people not using them to their full advantage, really. But yours is good. Yeah.
But we had that conversation. I said, obviously, restaurants take restaurant bookings so people can. It comes in at the right speed and food can go out at the right speed. And I said, coffee shops are like brutal, aren't they? It's like.
This is what people think it's easier. Oh, it must be not as bad as a restaurant. I'm like, yeah, okay, I appreciate maybe less evenings or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
God, no! Like you can literally get that. Like yours, you're the same. You just yours is like here. Like we get it all the time. Like it can be quiet here. I mean, no one in. It's very rare that there's no one in, but there's no one in. They go, oh, it's quiet today, and I'm like, wait. And then I'm not joking.
It can just go. It can just go
in 10 minutes. It goes like that.
Yeah.
But just a lot of that. So just menu development, football. It's all great. Theo's just been accepted to. He's just been asked to go on an 8-week trial with Southampton Football Club.
Very nice.
Yeah, he's a goalkeeper.
Be a kept man, so you mate.
Yeah. He's doing amazing. He's only been a goalkeeper 2 years.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And so he started off as a striker.
Yeah.
Scored 76 goals in his first season at 9 years old. 17 hat tricks. We're all thinking, he's on to stardom. He's going to make it. And then he just went,
I want to be a goalkeeper. Really?
And obviously you can go over way there. You're like, what are you talking about, you idiot? But look, they're kids. So for me, just in my opinion, just think, sure.
Do what you want to do.
Do what you want to do. What's the worst? You're not going to like it. You're going to want to go back again. But you just support them, don't you? Try not to do it for what. Obviously, I played for Saints when I was younger. I was in the academy. I might have an old photo to show you, Gary.
Yeah, pull it out, mate. Yeah,
pull it out for the podcast. But look, I know what it takes to get in it, the discipline and levels. But fair play to him. He's really switched on, and he's hungry for it.
Is he? Yeah.
So and to see an 11-year-old, my mum said I was like it. But it's weird when you see a kid like it at 11. Yeah. When kids have got PlayStation.
It sounds like he's lucky to get you, mate. My football highlight was at school. We had to get freezing cold, stood there. Now, Gary, you could be in goal, and a goal like the ball smashed me in the face and didn't go in a goal, and I'm like that, laying on the floor crying. And everyone's going, yeah.
Quite lucky. He's got a good family sphere, and we all do our bit. I think it literally takes a family, like a team. He's almost got a team around him. He's got a private chef, as well. It's just like, well, I think I need to eat a bit
nutrition,
better.
yeah.
And I need to macro count. Oh, mate, you're only 11. Calm yourself down. Tiny little thing,
Yeah.
But
burning 5,000 calories a day.
Yeah. No, he's like to say, just enjoy it, go with the flow, mate. So yeah, he starts his 8-week trial.
It takes a lot of time. Like I used to do like I used to like swimming when I was like a teenager, and that was like first thing in the morning, last thing at night time, and like
I'm good at swimming. I don't do lengths, I do depths.
Yeah, just go down and down and down. The bubbles help you sink. Yeah. But we used to do 40 lengths as warm up for our training. Yeah, and I remember about 10 years later, I got in a pool and thought, right, do the 40 lengths, about two lengths deep, and I was like grabbing my chest. And
is that like the norm?
I don't know if it's normal now. I didn't even think twice about it.
I think it's abuse. I think you need to go.
The teacher was quite abusive. She was a little lady of like.
I've had a room where everyone else was doing 10, but you were made to do 40.
Yeah, I think it's just the energy you have when you're a teenager. And it's like she had a little lady, she's about 5 foot tall. She had a little like black perm like this. She's like, keep your legs straight, and she's like next to you, and you're like gasping for air. It's like go, like 10 more lengths. And you're like go,
gasping for air.
Yeah, to try and do that in my 20s or 30s, and I was like nearly took myself out. And yeah, 2 lengths.
So unfit now. So I don't smoke, don't do drugs.
Yeah,
don't really drink, to be fair.
Do you walk to work or do you drive?
Yeah,
do you walk to work.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I try and look after myself, but if you told me to sprint, do the 100 meters, just the thought of it's making me tired. To be honest, I would be
knackered.
Like you'd probably think I'm dying.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Hands and knees grabbing your chest. Yeah, I was Well, I described service on a weekend at a coffee shop like that, because everyone said, it's like we're going back to like coffee shops. Like I said, services from like start to finish. In a restaurant, you have like 4 hours prep time, 2 hours we're going really fast for service, and then like a bit more prep time. Then you go and have a break, and then come back and do it. Coffee shops, you get in, you're prepping and serving food at the same time. And that's is it allergy? This analogy I was using last week. Like it's like a 100-meter sprint for a 24-mile marathon, and you just go in that speed for like 8 hours. I feel it when I get home. Crash out like that.
How are you coping with the hours? I know you're not old, you're still a young man deep down, but
yeah.
Is it a struggle? What are you
yeah. Well, so the kitchen guys wanted front of house get breaks. Obviously, the kitchen get breaks. I can't do breaks personally. If I sit down for a break, it's game over for me. So it's a bit. I need to be conscious of that as like a sort of a person and a manager, because for me, I just want to come in, do the job, get to the end of the job, and then finish it. But whereas they want to sit down. The
youth of today.
They want to sit down and have half.
No, I used to be a bit against all that. You don't need a break. Grow up, man up. But I make sure you start have a break. It's not good. Obviously when you think about it, it's not right, is it?
No, you definitely need to. Yeah.
Food is fuel.
Yeah.
If you're not looking after yourself, how do you expect people to give you?
Yeah.
Give you a good shift if they've not got the fuel inside them. So
they must be looking at me like some evil dictator.
I didn't want to say, mate. Rumor has it they call you Hitler. I don't know if that's true or not, but
it probably is, mate.
When I walk in, I'm just see.
Yeah, it probably is. Yeah,
I'll see things.
Yeah, I feel terrible now. For the past year, they've been watching the front of the house, and then their breaks. I'm going, come on, crack on, let's get it on. But please.
Chris crawling on the floor. Why didn't you like me, Gary?
Please. It's good for Chris.
That's what coffee's for, isn't it?
That is what coffee's for. Dan gave me a coffee machine about a year ago. Nice one.
Did he?
Really, yeah, and a nice grinder. And I tried using it. It's Italian, so I had no English instructions. It's got switches on it, and like water was spurting out everywhere. And I was like, I don't know how to use it. But then like one of my kids goes, "Have you YouTubed it?" I went, I don't know what it's called. And she went, concrete, because it looks like a concrete block with a tap on the front. She goes, concrete block coffee machine, how do you use it? And then Google just found it straight away. YouTube was like, turn a switch to the left, that one to the right. And I made a decent coffee this morning for the first time.
In a year?
Yeah, in a year, yeah.
Oh, well done. At least you got that, mate.
I don't want to own up to Dan that I didn't use his coffee machine, but now I know how to use it. All the switches in the wrong places. Classic. Classic, mate, classic. Oh. Stretchy legs. So, yeah.
However, in other news, we're getting there with the cookery school.
We are, yeah.
We are getting there. I'm really excited. A couple of delays, but that's normal, I think, isn't it? Nothing too drastic, but obviously for the couple of
Yeah,
runnings with a carpenter.
it's kind of good news. It's renovation, so we were going to have a space
Gary as well.
Cooking while I'm cleaning out a room and sawing and making a table, like multitasking. Yeah, it's getting there, mate. It's the good news. It was going to be like 10 people, but now it's up to 16, I think. And I think it's quite nice benches of two.
Yeah, and I think it'd be good for corporate days and stuff as well. It's gonna be so fun. Like
working in pairs is probably better as well, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you're doing, you can always go.
Yeah.
What did he say?
What did he say? Yeah.
What did he say? So that should be good.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's no right or wrong. We just want to have people have fun and enjoy themselves, don't you?
Yeah.
Hopefully, learn something along the way.
Yeah.
But exciting times.
No, it is. Yeah. Planning the classes.
Yeah.
Could be. Yeah.
Nearly there.
Yeah, nearly there. It's one of those things that's just going to suddenly come. Once the tables get delivered, when the pictures are being sorted out this week, so it's
That's our fault for not really just assuming they'd be here within a week, and they're like, "What's that? 3 weeks?" You're like,
"Yeah,
I know. Where are you coming from?"
I know. Well, yeah, the first thing where the carpenter, he's a central heating installer who does carpentry, but he's good at carpentry, and he said, "Oh, I'll build the tables for you," and then he gave a price, and then gave a different price, and then it wasn't. It wasn't, it was, maybe it's just easier to get some tables shipped in. So, so we'll do that.
Little change up, but it's all for the good.
The greater good.
Shane, where you going, mate? Where you going?
I trust you guys.
You sure?
Yeah.
We weren't trusted by our
last producer.
By our producer Shane. Says we chat too much.
I'm not listening to this anymore. I'm out.
Yeah. Could you kindly ask Henry if he could just check his phone? I've sent him a message.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
See you later, mate.
He's fired. Thought I did my text. Might be easier.
You're out.
Yeah, buzzing. Really, really excited for that. But look, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah.
But stay tuned, and obviously we'll announce something very soon.
Yeah.
Website's pretty much
our Instagram's probably the best to follow for that.
Yeah, I think just giving us a follow, whether it's us individually or the Dishy Dads.
Yeah, Dishy Dads. Yeah, drop a credit. Yeah, and comments and questions for the podcast. Whack them onto Dishy Dad.
Yeah.
Instagram, and we'll get them straight away, and we can answer back. Yeah.
So I'm really craving ice cream.
Are you?
I don't ever really get cravings as such, but I don't know why. I'm really in the mood for pistachio ice cream.
Pistachio ice cream, it's got to be a good. Yeah.
Have you ever had it?
Yeah, I don't. It's got to be a really good one for me to like pistachio ice cream.
If
it's bright green, it's kind of like you like.
Is
it, and was it?
Yeah, I had one in Devon last year, randomly of all places. Just can't stop thinking about it. Yeah.
You know, after we had that podcast, we're talking about prawn cocktail crisps. I literally just drove home and got a tube of Pringles, mate. I sat there and the wife goes, you've been eating quite healthy recently.
Yeah. So if anyone that wasn't listening last week, we talked about our favourite crisps, didn't we? And I said mine unfortunately don't exist anymore, but the brand was called Brannigan's.
Yeah.
And they did lamb and mint, ham and mustard,
and they probably
beef and horse. I think it's beef and horseradish possibly, but they were all the manliest of manly flavours.
Punch you right in the face, and then
literally in your face, and then you were like, another prawn cocktail.
It's the pink.
And then you've gone straight home and you've devoured. Was it Pringles or crisps?
Yeah, well, I'm kind of no, it's Pringle prawn cocktail crisps, and I got a bit selfish. I mean,
prawn cocktail with no prawns.
I got the tube once you pop. No one else could stop. They all stole my Pringles. So like a lot of hands were going into my tube of Pringles, and I was like going.
I don't want to sound like a greedy. Like just coming like a greedy chef, like that. But what is it with Pringles where you open them, you never just have two, do you?
No, just go. It's like MSG in it, so it starts tickling your lips, like. Give it up.
You start just like.
Now I'm thinking about bloody ice cream. I bought a tub of clotted cream ice cream. We bought a sticky toffee pudding last week.
I've got that on my next menu.
Have you?
Yeah, pancakes. Obviously summer and stuff, but yeah, don't want to release too much right now, but clotted cream is involved in these pancakes, clotted cream ice cream.
I remember one of Gary Rhodes' cookbooks back in the day, and he had a clotted cream ice cream in there, and I made that, and it tastes exactly like Mr. Whippy. Exactly like Mr. Whippy. So I used to make that quite a lot. It's one of those things you can't stop with ice cream.
Do you have a favourite? I like salted caramel as well.
Okay, yeah, Purbeck ice cream, salted caramels.
Yeah. Shout out Purbeck.
Yeah, shout out to Purbeck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know James do some lovely ice cream?
Jews do as well. Yeah.
They were very kind enough before when I did one of the food festivals.
Yeah.
Winchester Foodies.
Yeah.
I love them. They sent me a card to just say like, good luck and stuff, and sent me a sample of every flavour they did. It was. I had the best time. Shout out to
they do a good honeycomb one.
Honestly, it's incredible. And I just remember we had to put everything out the freezer to get everything in.
Yeah.
And obviously it was all going to defrost, but I was like, it's fine. Like next 3 days, I'll use I'll use it all up and stuff. But I had to make room for all the ice cream. So there's some big ones and some small ones, but it was incredible.
Yeah.
Good news, Gary.
Coffee delivery.
There is a delivery of the coffee from the man they call Henry. Come on in, Henry. Shout out, Henry.
Cheers, mate.
My fellow crony. Is that from Brew? Thank you very much. Big shout out, mate. Big shout out, Edison's.
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. Very kind.
Delicious.
Henry does like us. He just likes to make us wait 3 hours for a coffee. Cheers, mate.
It always tastes better. Actually, we'll talk about coffee and ice cream. We're at the sandwich shop. The edible cups we were talking about before.
Yeah.
We're thinking about for the summer getting some balls of ice cream into the edible cups, and then a couple of shots of coffee over that to do. What's it called? Alfranga Meningo. Sulfurina. What's it called? Alfigati. Alfregato. What is it? Alfregato.
That's so funny. I mean, yeah.
Affogato.
Yes,
Affogato.
Yeah.
Italian's not my first language.
I can tell, mate. So the disposable cups. So
yeah, they're like big, thick ice cream
what
wafers.
Makes them? Is it when the ice cream? So is it the heat that? You're not going to end up with like a handful of cold ice cream and hot coffee.
Gooey like.
What? Yeah.
No, it's like a really thick ice cream wafer wafer.
Okay.
Wafer.
So it's a thick wafer, and how long is it? Is there like how long have you got to eat?
It was like 40 minutes for
Did you try it?
Yeah, just in case a kid wandered off for hot chocolate.
No, but like without laughing about it.
Yeah.
I can see that happening all day long.
No, of
just
course.
Hear kids crying,
Yeah. This is so cool.
So 40 minutes.
Yeah, so it goes again. So it's got like 20 minutes of it being crispy and keeping its shape, and then after about 30 minutes, it buoyant. Buoyant's the wrong word, and it kind of like flex. It goes flexy, flexy cut.
Speed up. Like,
yeah. Quick drink. Stopwatch on the go.
Where'd you get? Oh, okay. I didn't even know they existed.
Yeah, no, they're pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, they're kind of lacking from our social media, to be honest. But we'll have to get them. We'll get them on there, and then But no. No, we get them. They're not the cheapest. They're not the cheapest item. They're about 50p, 60p each. But it's a unique thing, and you can have a hot chocolate and then walk off and then munch a cup on the way off. I'm a big Willy Wonka fan, so.
Are you?
Yeah. So it kind of fits into.
When you
that,
say you're a big Willy Wonka fan.
Yeah.
Like how big?
How big?
I just imagine you the outfit at home.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And Chris said you asked him to ask like an Oompa Loompa.
Yeah. The kids are at home. They walk around and go, answer the front door and have to do a little song on route. Dad, do we have to? Go on, get your dungarees on.
Child abuse, isn't it?
Yeah, it's child abuse, yeah.
You love chocolate.
Yeah.
What's your go-to
chocolate bar? I'm a big fan of Cadbury. I used to love Cadbury's, but it's pretty sweet. I've cut sugar out quite a lot on my diet because I was just munching too much sugar. So,
but you still 46 coffees a day in there, Gary. So
that's my only sugar.
No, for every chocolate bar, I don't eat. I have 4 coffees. Right, Gary, I don't think you're quite
twitching. And saying that, my eye's been twitching all week on it down there. I don't know if this is like tiredness or coffee. You're right. You think it's so obvious.
Don't drink that much, mate. I thought you was having a stroke in the last week's episode, mate. But it's weird. So I gave you a coffee. You actually stopped. Crazy. I think it's when you don't have it.
Yeah. The body starts reacting to it, doesn't it? Like, so I'm not winking at you. Like, it's proper twitchy. Of a stressful week. So my did I tell you what? I ride an electric scooter from my parking. So Winchester parking obviously can add up. So, so, so if you see me zooming past on Winchester, that's me. But
catch me riding dirty. Catch me riding dirty.
So
Just have this vision of you on there. Sorry.
How far do I park? So I park about, I don't know, 20-minute, half an hour walk outside Winchester, so I haven't got to pay any parking fees. Worked out £2,280 a year in parking fees if I parked in Winchester a year. So I debate again an electric scooter, obviously legal, is it not legal? If anyone knows, let us know. But about 10 police cars have gone past me, not pulled me over.
Obviously, surely they wouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, because you get the rented ones, don't you?
Yeah,
you think,
so there's no way they wouldn't be allowed all the necessary paperwork and
how come that's allowed?
And stuff. So that's yeah.
So
you ain't got any like canisters,
booster. No, I only came off one. I've come off once.
I've come off once.
Have you? Yeah.
It was raining.
Do you use the rented one sometimes?
Like, sometimes because I love walking. I do love walking, but depending on if I'm the odd day where I feel like I'm pushing for time, or it's raining, you think, do you know what? Just gonna scoot in. Get in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I literally fucking
zoom in. Oh, you come off. You say come off. Yeah. Bad.
Do you know what? I come off and it hurt, but I was laughing to myself. So I'm like, what a fucking idiot. Jay.
I did the same.
What an idiot. Just come off of a scooter, mate. What was it, 12 miles an hour?
Yeah.
Like, idiot.
I do the same. Well, I do the same route every day, so I always feel a bit confident. Like I know where Winchester's like an old city. It's got a fair few holes in pavements and roads, so I kind of like go down. It was in the winter when it was dark. It had been raining. I still don't know what happened, but the front wheel just stopped, and I was doing about 15 miles an hour, and I just flipped over, and both my shoes flew off my feet and landed in the middle of the road. And on the way down, I grabbed a bramble bush and like, so I kind of lay there. I lay there going, I haven't broken
both of your shoes come off.
Yeah, well, I had like gloves. Yeah, well, kind of. I had like slip-on soft shoes.
So if you just had random shoes on or trainers, man, they just come off.
Yeah, a little like two little birds undid my laces on the way down. I kind of like looked up and it's dark and I'm laying on a wet ground. Both shoes are in the middle of the road. I got like thorns, like a cartoon, like a Wile E. Coyote, like carrot sticking out my hand. I was thinking, thank God I've not broken my ankles, man. You know what I mean? So a couple of cars run over my shoes.
If anyone else has done anything stupid, please feel free to let us know.
Yeah, probably get loads of comments. Get off an electric scooter, you knob.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this week it's got a puncture. So front wheel's got a puncture. So I pumped it up a couple of times. Gone down. So you think, right, okay, needs fixing. Gone on YouTube, changing the tire on an electric scooter. Mate, it's a mission. Like the comments underneath. So like there's a guy in a garage doing it. So he's obviously got all the gear, vices, like a wheel thing to take tires off. Even he's swearing on the video, and he just flipped the tire off. He's like, "Come on, get it off."
Is it just cheaper to buy a wheel?
So the motor's in the wheel. So like, after watching loads of YouTube videos, the motor's in the wheel, so you have to change the tire. So I've gone through loads of YouTube videos, and all the comments underneath are going, "This was the worst experience in my life. I'd rather rot in hell for 15 years than change an electric tire again."
Bit drastic.
Yeah, no, it's like, I mean, I'd rather stick a pencil in my eye than change an electric car. So I'm going,
rather work with Gary and Jay.
So I should have videoed it. So today I was trying to get this tire off. So I bought a new tire, and it's one of the ones that's just like solid rubber with like holes in it. So it's not got an inner tube. So it's literally just a bit of rubber, and you put it in, you boil it for 20 minutes, so the rubber goes really flexy. You put it on the wheel. So I'm sat there today trying to get this old tire off, and in the end I got a hacksaw and just sawed the tire off. So it must have looked like a right picture. So I got it off in the end, but even that was a nightmare because I got down to the final bits of the tube, and it had wire cables inside the tire around the base. I was like, getting it off. Good nightmare, mate. Oh. Absolute nightmare. So while we're doing this, hopefully Amazon's going to turn up with my new tire, and it's going to be the right size, and it's going to fit on, and it's going to be okay.
Well, good luck with that, mate. We're all rooting for you.
Otherwise, it's a long walk into work tomorrow.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, keep fit. I did kind of feel lazy. I thought, should I park half an hour away and run in every day? Because it's like a bit of exercise, it's like jogging, but it's probably no further than you have to get into work, to be fair. How long does it take you to get from your place to there?
On a scooter?
Well, walking, if you walk.
Walking 20 minutes, scooter about 6-7 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
Quite lucky, really.
Yeah. Everyone's been all right. There is one old bloke who lashed out I scooted past. 'Cause to be fair, I'm a responsible electric scooterist. I know every time I see a pedestrian, 'cause I'm not going to go on the road. 'Cause like, people driving along with mobile phones and stuff these days. It takes one clip, doesn't it? And then that's it. You're off. You know what I mean? Game over. So
especially some of these kids, they in and out of cars.
Yeah, zipping around motorbikes. So I was like, so if I'm going to go on a pavement, every time I see a pedestrian, I get off the scooter, walk past them, get back on, keep it nice and safe. But when
Gary, you're such a good man. Has anyone ever told you that? You're so thoughtful and caring.
Like a superhero.
I'd love to get your wife on here.
Would you? Yeah, she wouldn't say that, man.
Would she not?
No, she might do.
We should get the partners on here one day.
We should get the partners on here.
And everything we're saying, they would just go, he's lying so much. Oh, here he goes again.
I know. Yeah. It's a thing with a podcast. You have to watch what you say, don't you?
What's been going on in the news lately? Anything?
News. The only thing I've been watching is the Meghan Markle Netflix TV series keeps popping up.
Oh, I've not seen this yet.
I've seen it. I would
tell us more, Gary. Tell us more.
I'm not. Was it your microphone? Yeah. Where is it? Oh, here it is.
Yeah. Mic check 1 2.
1 2 testing. Meghan. Yeah, I'll talk while you whack it back on. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Meghan Markle anyway, but I mean, there's loads of people kicking off online about her new TV series, where it's Meghan cooks and lifestyle program and those bits and pieces. So
what's she doing? She's cooking.
So it's kind of setting up. I've not seen an episode, but I've seen the aftermath of.
Is it on there now? I'm going to watch it tonight.
Yeah,
so we're going to report back on this next week.
Watch an episode.
Yeah, just one.
Throw up into a.
So she's cooking. So what?
Yeah. So she. I mean, it comes back to me and you being chefs for 30 years and trying to get our own cookery program, and then Meghan Markle goes, "I do a cookery program." Bing. She's getting loads.
Is it like one of them things where they go, "Oh, John, I didn't know you was coming round, and I've got nothing in," and they open the fridge and it's just like full
Chateaubriand's kind of hanging off
literally.
There's actually
foie gras, truffles. I just can't. You wouldn't believe it. Yeah.
This is actually one of the episodes. So she's basically got a cast of about 30 people around her, and then she's got like a nice like designer jumper over her shoulders, like a little white outfit on.
Yeah.
Moaning how hard it is to run the kids to school in the mornings and stuff like that, and like how stressful life is.
Yeah, it must be so difficult.
The nanny's gone again. Nanny's gone again.
Nanny's doing all the work.
So and she goes, "Yeah, I've got a friend coming around for lunch. I completely forgot she was coming, and I've got to cook something for when she gets here." With a cast of about 30 people, like filming her and like producers and directors and stuff. So it's like, it's just, I mean, I don't know what people think about it. I just find her really fake, man. And she's had apparently looking at a few TikTok videos. She's had a few guests on, a few friends come over and like kind of stripped them down in front of the camera.
Embarrasses her own friends, doesn't she?
Yeah, yeah. Watch it. Tell me what you think next week.
Are you going to do it as well?
If I have to, I might.
I feel like we got to do this together, mate. Like,
we'll see.
Look, just one episode.
Yeah.
Like, don't just get. Surely it can only be half hour, an hour. It can't be too long.
It's got to be half an hour, isn't it?
And then what? Does she potentially cook and a private chef pops through the window and like pass her food?
Yeah. Harry's under the table at that.
Thank you, darling.
Yeah, I don't know.
She starts cooking. She's like, I can't be bothered with this, Jeeves.
Stir this for me.
Yeah.
My arm's achy. That's worse. We're whisking.
We're going to have the police tell the door, aren't we? You can't talk about Meghan Markle.
You can't talk about it. Well, this is one of the things. When one of her friends calls her Meghan Markle like 3 times in a row, and then she just rips her down and goes, "I'm Meghan Sussex." So I didn't know that. I thought she was like the Duchess of Sussex, but I don't know her surname is now Sussex based on that.
Power's gone right.
She goes, yeah. Even the description says Meghan Markle. I'll have to check that. Yeah.
Do we like Meghan Markle?
I don't like Meghan Markle.
Like
I don't like it. But
what
only from what I've seen.
What do people think? It's hard because obviously we don't really know her, do we? But
no, you can't.
The stuff you see, read, we all know it. Don't necessarily mean it's true, but when you're seeing it on TV and you're actually seeing like things like you do think like, come on.
Yeah. Good said yeah, I know. It's fakery, isn't it? So I think people, especially nowadays, when everything seems so fake online.
Everyone's just shit houses, mate. Everyone. I don't like anyone anymore.
No, I know.
Do you think that's the thing as you get older? Do you find yourself? No, I don't know if hating's a strong word, but do you feel like you're becoming less people?
less for the people person.
Yeah.
What do they say? They reckon when you're a teenager, like you're on the left, and then the older you get, the more to the right you swing.
You find yourself ever moaning about things that you probably that are not worth moaning about. Or
yeah, like grumpy old man.
Yeah,
grumpy old man stuff.
yeah. I've dropped the odd couple of things here and there, and Maddie's always been like, literally, like, not even work, like what you do.
Wow.
And then I do think about it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah. That I really need to moan about.
Chris at work said I was going to be one of these old people who just shout stuff out because apparently like a lady walks past with a funny hat and I go, nice hat. So I reckon when I'm old, it's going to be like just like shouting at young kids in the street like, right, hooligans. What are you doing? That scared the bejesus out of me, that microphone, and I thought someone was coming down to get me. I've got a phobia of rats. You got any phobias? You scared of anything? Nothing, not spiders or snakes or anything like that. No.
Oh, do you know what, mate?
You're right. If you did, I'm one day when we hit the
my missus
big
will
time.
tell you otherwise.
Oh really? Yeah.
She'll tell you I'm scared of spiders.
Jay's screaming on a chair with a
little
spider in the house.
She'll tell you I'm scared of spiders, but what it is, I just want them to live their life. Like I don't have to go like cut them up or like just let them be. But she doesn't like them.
Okay.
And fair play, she hates them, but she'll go.
Jay, can you get that out?
Yeah, and I was just like, just leave him alone. What's little Terry done to you?
Yeah.
I'll name him. I'm like, what's he done to you?
There's that picture in there that goes, what if the spider thinks he's been your flatmate for the past year and you just kicked him out for no reason?
Yeah. What's going on, mate?
I've been here for weeks.
Rent's been paid on time.
Leave me alone. Catching flies
and everything. To myself.
Up in a corner, catching flies.
Yeah.
Turfed out. Yeah, my wife don't like spiders.
You know, I don't think they just bother me. I keep trying to say, like, just let them be. They'll be gone in the morning.
Yeah. In your mouth,
and
probably.
Then she'll get them and throw them. That's what she thinks. Yeah. They reckon don't they?
12 in a lifetime or something that you swallow. 12.
Oh, in a lifetime, is it?
Something like that. It's like 10 or 12 spiders in a lifetime.
Yeah, I thought it was 10. I don't know why it's 10 a year. But yeah,
10 a week.
10 a week. Let's go 10 of the year. Isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, spiders then. Yeah, when we watch I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Imagine one day, like, we hit the TV cookery show. Next thing you know, we're on I'm a Celebrity. I could do it. I don't know if I could be buried underground in one of the coffins. I'm not a big fan of being buried underground.
No, you said that. Yeah, I'm not sure.
We're going to bury you in a coffin under the ground and fill it full of water and rats until you can't breathe and there's a rat on your face. I'll be like, signed up. Yeah, signed up for this.
Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah, I could do heights. I say I could do heights. Actually, as I get older, I watch those videos on Facebook that probably shouldn't be on Facebook. People like rock climbing and they like slip and stuff, and I'm like, oh god. Do you know what I mean? There's a guy climbing a skyscraper with no like ropes or anything. He's like one of those French guys. It's like
there's some nutty people.
Yeah, halfway up a skyscraper and he like slips. And he goes nearly, and you're like,
like free runners. Is that what they're called?
Yeah. Free climbing. Free climbing.
God, and obviously there's been a few deaths, haven't there? Like,
yeah.
Oh my god, like they're up hanging from cranes.
And they just leap.
Someone climbed the Eiffel Tower, I think, as well. Like
the French guy with the long hair.
Had to be shut down. Like, God, people are just so ballsy, aren't they?
Yeah. Base jumpers. Just falling off a cliff.
And that was
so I don't mind.
Friday, mate. To be honest, so.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a skydive or anything?
Yeah, I've done a skydive. 10,000 feet. I won't do a bungee jump.
So I've done a bungee jump, but not a skydive.
Okay.
Bungee jump, I was 18 in Faliraki on my first 18 30s club. You know, when you're 18 and you think you know it all?
Yeah.
I'm going on holiday.
Be all right.
Going to Faliraki. Yeah. And I threw up.
But on the way down?
Yeah.
Flying through the air?
When the first one, when you come down,
yeah,
and then obviously you go back up, it was, so it's on the way back up. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was tipsy. I wasn't drunk, but I was tipsy. But I did have a pint just before, because I was 18 and thought I was a lad, but obviously I was just an idiot.
I'll probably need a few drinks to do a bungee jump. So my wife...
And your head dipped in the pool.
You know,
it's over like a swimming pool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, your sort of head goes in.
Oh, mate. I nearly did a bungee jump in London. We were on a Sunday lunch. It was quiet. I said, let's all drive into the centre of London and do a bungee jump like over a car park, and then we're queuing up. It's like, luckily we got called back to work. But the skydive was when I first met my wife. You know, you want to act like a hero. She's like, you got any bucket lists? I'm going, yeah, skydive. I jump out of a plane.
Yeah, no parachute.
Yeah,
but apart from that,
yeah, catch someone on the way down.
Yeah.
So she logged it. And then on my 40th birthday, right, I've got your 40th birthday planned. Get in the car. Okay, so we're driving, and we started driving towards Salisbury, and as we get closer and closer, I can see parachutes in the sky. I'm going, oh, where are we going? She goes, it's on your bucket list. It's your dream come true. Got you a 10,000 foot skydive for your 40th, and I'm like,
no.
Yeah,
Did you do it?
Squeaky bum syndrome. Yeah, so I got there. Oh, yeah, I'll share the video on This Your Dad. So I got there. My brain's all over the place because I'm thinking, what am I signed up for? A couple of teenagers put your harness on. So I'm like, expert, you're experts. Walking towards a plane. The guy I'm being tied to, he went, oh, stop, they've put your harness on wrong. It's all twisted. We're going to be doing this all the way down if take your harness off, I put it back on properly. So I'm like,
oh God.
All right, it's obviously like, yeah, we get on the plane. And people who've done it will know this, but they just open it. You know when you go on holiday and you're just that high, and they just open the door, and I was at the back, and they just go, right, next, and then to get to the point where you're just sat on the edge of a plane and like you're just looking at the little tiny fields, the little paddocks. I'm like, ready, right, put your head back. You have to put your head back so you don't like get whiplash and stuff. And then he just launches off, and then down you go. But once you've left the airplane, all fear goes. The adrenaline just kicks in, and you just feel like Superman. You're kind of flying through the air and like, woo, Point Break, Keanu Reeves, and you're off. But he did a few. I'm not good at spinning, so he did a few spins on the way down. And as soon as we landed, they're like, "Do you enjoy that on a video?" Because it's all videoed. So I'm like, ace, and then I threw up as well, mate.
Did you?
Yeah,
on camera?
No, I can't.
Brilliant. It was brilliant. Fair play to you.
Yeah. So I'm glad I've done it. Would I do it again? Probably do it. I'd do it again if I had to. The wife's sort of listening. I wouldn't do it again. But
what, you got anything else on your bucket list?
Definitely not a bungee. I just can't see the attraction of a bungee. Met my Toby did it off the big bridge in New Zealand, which looks pretty epic.
Yeah, it looks crazy.
I don't know. Probably traveling places more. Like you just see these like idyllic places in Italy and Sicily and stuff like that, and go and see stuff more. Like go to places probably more a bucket list than actual doing stuff. What about yourself? Like jump off the Spinnaker Tower or anything? Or like...
No, just. Is it weird that like I love flying?
Yeah.
So I love heights, but the thought of like doing something like that. Like, whether it's Spinnaker Tower, like abseiling and stuff. No chance. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
But I love heights. But I feel like, I don't know if it's because I feel like I'd be, I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
I think the older you get, the more you've seen things go wrong. So I send to my kids, because my teenage kids are down under skydive. I'm going to do rock climbing off like mountain.
Google, send you 20 videos. Terry
Terry
did it.
But I think the older you get, like I chopped my thumb off in the kitchen once, like straight through the bone with a chopping knife. Got to hospital, and the guy is in North Wales. The guy next to me had been rock climbing in Snowdonia, and he's like classically one of those carry-on movies where his like legs are in the air and he's like, so like in a cast from neck down to foot. And he'd fallen off while rock climbing. Oh. So I think little things like that get logged in your memory, don't you? So like someone goes, "Oh, do you want to do this?" You're thinking, "I'm like, I've got to trust somebody sticking a rope in the ground at the top and stuff like that." So, yeah.
I don't know if that bad. When I was working in Spain, I got some china stuck in my hand and it was sticking out, and I stupidly should have left it in, and I pulled it out. I just remember, hey! And then I felt all dizzy and that, and then obviously sat down and but I had to go to hospital.
Yep.
Tip some iodine in it to clean it all out. You ever had iodine tipped?
Yeah.
So I never knew what it was. They went, "We're just gonna, fair play." She spoke English, but I'm just gonna tip some iodine. I know what it did. It was, but I just thought, "Right, yeah, go on then." Oh, Jesus Christ, that was an experience.
Yeah.
And now the idea, obviously, it cleans it out, and blah blah blah. But the pain, that's more painful than the actual bloody actual thing. But no, I've got to say they're brilliant. But yeah, most stupidest thing I've done.
Yeah,
I think we've all cut ourselves quite a few times, haven't we?
Cuts and burns, all part of the.
We've got at least a few scars.
Who are you?
Who
in the kitchen?
Who are you?
Who are you?
I remember when I worked in a 5-star hotel, the chef went, "Let me see your hands." No, you don't do a lot, do you?
You have woman's hands.
He literally showed me his, look like scarred up, look like I don't know, like just been slitting himself, you know. He's like, that's a real hand. I was like,
yeah.
Jesus. I was
Mate,
young.
some of those
I was
old
young,
school.
but I was just thinking, gee, like,
what's wrong with you?
Yeah, what's wrong with you? Yeah, like, what? Can you not hold a knife? Do you want to show you how to dance? Do you want to show you how to cut?
Yeah, some of those old school shit. Well, like when we started out, some of those chefs, what do they do? Not use oven cloths. I mean, some of the chefs I knew, they had like hands like bananas, and like the amount of scars, and they must have been like just grabbing like silver flats and trays, and like so scarred up. It's a proper industry for self harmers, isn't it? I always said that. If you're a self harmer, just pop yourself in the kitchen and like
get your kicks. Shouldn't really laugh like that, Gary.
No shit, it's not funny. But I hiding. So I had an ulcer on my leg about 2 years ago.
Oh, remember? Oh,
and like a bullet hole in my leg, and they couldn't close it, and a multitude of different nurses, and a lady did that to me. She goes, "I'm going to chuck some iodine on it," and I went. She goes, "It'll just clear up any infection," and she just tips it on there. Man, I've never been in so much pain in my life. I was screaming like a baby. Held it together, obviously, in front of everyone. I'm like, got in a car, and I'm like, as I'm driving back home, going. Because you got iodine, poured it on there, put iodine on the bandage, put it on there, and then wrapped it up. And my family are vouched for this. I got home and I grabbed a bottle of whiskey, and because the only thing in my head was back in the olden days, like pirates and stuff, they'd drink a bottle of whiskey or rum, and then chop someone's leg off. So I thought the only way, so I was like paracetamol, whiskey, like still hurt, man. It's so painful, proper stung. Didn't make it better either, which is the
Did it not?
No. Turned out the best thing, they sent me to a ward. They couldn't do anything, so they sent me to a wound clinic that specialised in open wounds. Dry bandage is the best way to close an open wound. So I'm like,
all of that.
All right, yeah. She went, "Oh, just gonna pop this on." And 7 days later, the thing was half the size and nearly closed up. And I was going, I said, the nurse last week chucked iodine on it. She went, "Oh, you must have felt that." I was like, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
That's why you squinted it.
I know, it's been twitchy eye now. So painful. So painful. Me and my son were watching Gladiators the other day, and he said to me, he goes, "What?" He loves a bit of Gladiators on a Saturday night. And he goes, "What would your name be if you were a gladiator?" You got any?
Oh my god!
You got it's a question. What would you want?
Have you got one lined up?
Well, he told me what mine should be, because it's quite funny. It's quite funny. Is
what's yours?
Out of the mouths of babes, he's like a 9-year-old lad. He goes, "Oh, Dad, your name could be Big Chopper because you're a chef."
Big Chopper, I love it.
And he goes, the action would be like this. And I said, "Nice one,
Little Chopper,
Big Chopper, Little Chopper." Bring out Little Chopper. Contenders.
Yeah, I know. That's a good question. Couldn't probably give you an answer off the top of my head.
Yes, I think homework for next week. What would your gladiator name be? You have to get your kids to do it. Big Chopper.
I'll speak to Theo or the wife.
Yeah. It's probably more fun if someone else comes up.
Yeah.
So at least I didn't say grey beard. I'm not shaved today. I can normally trim the beard.
Right, I've got more greys than you, and you're older than me.
I'm only
20. yeah.
I'm only 26.
Kitchen life ain't bad. Jonathan, 27.
Yeah.
You see that?
He's 26.
I started. Do you know what? Actually, funny enough, apparently, I don't know how true it is, but when I had vitiligo. What's it called? Is it vitiligo? I'm not sure. Is it this one? It's where you have white patches on your skin.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And stuff like that.
Okay.
But it takes because I started going grey at 30, and I was a little bit like, I was just thinking, bit weird.
Yeah.
I appreciate I'm in a stressful environment. Everyone's just going, "Well, you're a chef, you know." Well, maybe they're right. Later on down the line, I ended up burnt out in hospital. Another story for another day. And funnily enough, the doctor had it as well, and he said, I'm assuming he's right. He's a doctor, Gary. So, but he's explaining that obviously this stuff, what it does, it takes the color away from your
pigments. Pigments. I met him in school at it. He had like big patches of white kind of all over his hair and stuff.
So, because apparently he was saying, I think, is everyone's hair naturally grey anyway, but it's the color. And I was like, and what it does, obviously, because I have this skin condition, it's taking the color away. Like it's just so that's what the way he was trying to explain it. So I don't know how true that is, but he had it. He had patches, and he was grey, and he was like, I was about 30. He said late 20s, I think. So it's just like, it's just what's happened, mate. I was just, I was thinking, 30, God, like, has catering really done this to me?
Mate, at least it didn't fall out, mate.
But I'll be honest with you, mate.
It was Silver Fox.
I don't mind it. Yeah, I reckon it probably took me till I was 35. I think it took me quite a while to really be comfortable with it.
Yeah.
But my wife says I'm handsome. She still likes it.
That's the main thing, isn't it, mate?
Yeah. So
I'd rather it turn white than fall out.
Do you know what though? That's what people. That's the question, isn't it? Would you rather be grey or be bold? Like
yeah.
And I think, no.
Yeah.
I think if I was bold, I think I would.
It's traumatic. To be fair, it's traumatic. They reckon psychologically it's like losing a limb.
Really?
Yeah. And it's one of those things that like I talk to my kids about. You know, like you can't say anything. You can't be racist. You can't be sexist. But everyone still laughs at people that have lost their hair.
Yeah.
And like it's a traumatic thing. I'm not going to start crying or anything, but it's traumatic, mate. It takes. I just keep looking at Jason Statham, hoping I'll look the same as
it's
that.
It's funny you should mention that because you do sort of look like him a little bit.
Yeah. In the dark.
It's a tenor.
you look like the Rock.
God,
the Pebble. Maybe that's my gladiator.
I feel like I'm
a
young George Clooney. Sort of.
Yeah. I'd say that. I'd lock that in.
Yeah, I'd lock that in.
Dishy Clooney.
But my missus says I don't. Shake. Cheers, babe.
I know. What was I saying the other day? I said talking to my like 16-year-old nephew, and she goes, "Got any like lookalikes, Dad?" I said, when I was like 18, everyone said, "Oh, you look like Keanu Reeves." And then I got to like late 20s, and everyone said, "Oh, you look like Ethan Hawke." And I got to like 35, and they go, then that Facebook came up, goes, with your profile picture, which celebrity do you look like?
Yeah.
Adam Sandler. And I thought, how far we've come, you know? How far we've come.
Wow. I did that, and mine come out, funny enough, and this has actually happened a few times in real life. No more than half a dozen, but I've definitely had 5 or 6 occasions in my life where people have asked me if I was... I'll be honest, I feel bad. I did have to Google it because I wasn't quite...
Yeah.
So I think it's the lead singer of the Kaiser Chiefs.
Oh, yeah. Ricky. I can't remember.
But anyway, obviously I like the Kaiser Chiefs, but you don't sometimes know necessarily like the face, do you? So I've Googled it, and then he was on... I think he was on ages ago, years ago. He was on The Voice or something.
Yeah,
was it The Voice, was it?
Yeah, he's on The Voice, yeah.
He was also on telly. Someone took a photo of it like they were doing at home, and he's gone, "Bloody hell, mate! I didn't know you was on The Voice." And I was like, "Oh, I made it up." And I was like, "Oh, like I was like, gee, like I actually did look like me."
Took a second look. Yeah, doppelgangers are weird, aren't they? I mean, I suppose it's weird. There's so many people on the planet that we've all got 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth and ears. It's bound to look like other people, but yeah, it's funny when you see. Yeah, and I can see it.
Oh, thanks, mate.
I can see it.
I don't think he's a bad-looking young man. Shout out Ricky, Kaiser Chiefs.
Yeah, come on. Separated at birth.
Imagine, yeah. Turns out we do one of them like ancestry things. All of a sudden, it's like, Dad.
We're related. What did I see that the other day? I was on the Joe Rogan podcast. I had, who is it? The lead singer of the Smashing Pumpkins or something like that. And he's his drug dealing dad told him he was had a couple of illegitimate children around, and his half brother was Bill Burr, the comedian, and they ended up on a radio station together. He goes, "Oh, my dad told me I was your half brother," and they actually look quite similar. So he goes, it started off as a joke, but then now you start going. There's like a 10%. There's a 10% chance that like he said he was called Bill.
Yeah,
and
did they go in?
No, they haven't done the.
Have they not?
But Bill Burr's like, it's not me. I got my own parents, but the other guy's going.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? Weird, isn't it?
Oh, mate.
My dad was a rapscallion. I wouldn't be surprised if I walked past a half brother or two in the street. Never know, do you? You never know.
Yeah, I believe I've got about 86
siblings scattered around.
Don't pay attention.
Nah. Never know, dear. Never know.
Oh, mate.
It's only I've got parents even this. Yeah, to all the dads out. I've got parents evening tonight. If I've cut it short. What time are we now? 4:30. About 2 minutes better. Yeah, go and see what the teachers. Kids always get nervous at parents' evening, don't they? Yeah. It's colliding 2 worlds together. Their home life and
yeah. I've got to try and book a holiday.
Have you? Yeah. Abroad, somewhere nice. Really
With my funds, it'll be in Millbrook.
A chalet in Shirley.
Do you know what? All it is Arlo, obviously 17 months.
Yep.
Don't want to go nowhere too far. First time on a plane. But obviously he can walk now. We wanted to wait. We didn't do it when he was, months old. We thought we'll wait till he can walk.
Yeah, enjoy it.
He's trying to enjoy it a little bit more. And then it's like, where do we go? First we were thinking about like Greece and Turkey, and it was like, well, that's 4-hour flights. It's probably boiling hot.
Yeah.
So I think we're just going to go to the like Balearic Islands, possibly Ibiza. Just somewhere that's a couple of hour flight.
Yeah, nice.
And just a week, not even like 10 days or 2 weeks, just a week. Just to obviously get a bit of
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D.
Do you take any vitamins like supplements at home? I was going to talk about that actually because I've started taking vitamin D and K3. Is it?
Yeah, I do.
Feel better for that.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
it sort of reduces inflammation and stuff like that.
Yeah. I've trying to be better all round. I've tried to do a few different. It's hard. I've been trying a few different things and I felt good, but I don't know what's been working. So I keep trying different things. So
yeah,
it's like when I'm starting to feel low, I'm like, right, what was it? Oh,
plow it in.
Yeah, so I've literally just got doses of all sorts. But I don't think you can't really get everything into your body that you need, can you? Especially in our industry.
No, food's different, less nutritious now, isn't it? They reckon it's like a lot less nutritious than it used to be. 100%. So
100%.
Yeah, I keep seeing that AG1 advertised that green drink, but I think it tastes like grass. I don't know. So I might have to get a sample pack and give it a taste. If it tastes like someone just cut the grass and chucked it in a glass of water. If they want to send us
some, we'll happily.
We'll try it out and come back on. Yeah. So vitamin D3, K2, and I've got some magnesium coming today.
That's supposed to be the
good for you.
Next big. Do you know, like the stages and different vitamins get talked about, don't they? Like this is the big one, next big one. Yeah. Now all of a sudden, like, they're trying to make it out. Like, let's say make it out. It is, important. But now this is like the one you need.
Yeah, get it in your system.
Yeah.
Which
looking at it, it's probably is quite crucial to be fair. But it's hard because sometimes people go, I'll take a multivitamin. It's got a bit of everything. But it's like you look at it, it's like 0.00.
Yeah, how much is in that? Because I'll follow this doctor on like social media, and he's like, so I looked at the vitamin D I was getting at like 2,000 milligrams, or whatever, and he goes, you need 20,000 milligrams per day in your system to feel the real effects. I've been popping a couple, so I don't overdose on vitamin D.
Right.
But come in like a little ray of sunshine.
I saw you moonwalking in. I thought you were Michael Jackson at one point.
Floating in.
A bag full of drugs.
Mate, that documentary's on next week, isn't it? The revisiting Michael Jackson's supposed victims. Yeah, it's like 10 years on from the.
I know, like no one's ever going to know, but I actually believe he was
not guilty or guilty. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think he was like that. I know, I think, as you know, with the way Hollywood is and the way things are done and business is done and what he owned, the catalogs he owned.
Yeah.
I think there's a bit more to it. Could be wrong. Everyone's got an opinion, don't they? They mean nothing, does it?
I don't know.
What do you think?
I don't know. Well, this next documentary is going into the last documentary 10 years ago was like 4 or 5 victims, but like you say, they're in it for the money or.
Yeah, but that Aaron Carter, was it Aaron Carter?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Backstreet Boys. I'm not sorry. No,
I don't know.
One of the boy bands, but he ended up coming forward and saying his mum told him to say.
Oh, really?
She was a kid. Like tell him that like you touch. Yeah, that's what he's saying now. He lied to himself, but he admits it. So I got a little bit of respect for the fact that you've come out and gone, I was young and I was just doing what my mum told me to say, but it wasn't right and it never happened. Yeah,
I mean, like you say, you don't know, do you? When you love someone's music, his music's amazing, isn't it? So you listen to it and I hope he wasn't. But apparently this documentary's going into like, it said if there are paedophiles in Hollywood, it's a big ring rather than just a solo person. So they're going into the people around him that would have engineered that. But
did Michael Jackson do it? Guilty or not guilty? This is another, again, it's something else you could talk about all day, isn't it? It's,
just an idea. Just do not know.
I felt more gutted, really. Like, he never called me back.
Yeah, I know.
That's too ugly, I think. Never quite made the cut, mate.
It's Jay again, just so cool. I know. Well, Macaulay Culkin, he took a payoff, didn't he? But he said now that nothing ever happened. He just went around there and bunked up and kipped in the bed and I don't know. You just never know. Yeah,
it's hard because you do hear things and you think that's just not right. Yeah. If that's true, he's got kids. It's not right, is it?
No. My eye's twitching again now. It's really some repressed memory or something.
Show me in the doll. Show me in the doll where he touched you.
Oh, mate.
Oh, mate. Well, look.
Right, parents' evening. Teachers are waiting to tell me good and bad.
I've got a couple of other things to do as well, but always good to see you, mate.
You too, mate. Catch you up next week in the next episode.
Yeah.
Drop any comments, anyone, and want to say anything. Dad jokes always welcome. We'll stick them in. We'll stick them in. On that note, see you next week. Bye.